Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Jason Tofte, and he's going to chat to us about his idea and, share a little. So, thank you so much for your time, Jason. How are you today?
Thanks, Izzy. Doing well.
Good, good. So, what is your idea? What's your service?
My software as a service product is an artificial intelligence driven virtual PM. So the intent is literally to replace a human project manager that can enable small teams to manage projects roughly of 5 to 10 people in size.
Okay.
Um,
All right. And what is your reason behind it? So, you did say that you had a background in project management before. Are you trying to get rid of the career or what?
Yeah, right. I've been doing project program and some product management via contract work in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And there are a lot of Fortune 500 companies headquartered here. So
Yeah.
I've been able to see a lot of enterprises, a lot of different project management offices, et cetera, in this market as well as across the country. And of course, interacting internationally as well with teams. So through my experience and just what I've witnessed, I'm realizing that we have a date stamp on our project management role. It won't for small project management. I really see it going away. There is no reason why LLMs and can't be trained to act in that role. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in front of that and actually build the first one.
Okay. All right, cool. So then what's your vision for the business? What's the long-term goal? Are you trying to annihilate project management completely or
Sure. No, they will always have a place, and I think with AI especially, it will be one of the roles that survives,
Yeah.
because at a certain level, project management is mostly about communication. As the effort
Mm,
and what you're trying to do grows in size, as these teams grow in size and complexity, it becomes more and more about effective communication at its core,
yeah.
and everything else are just tools and processes that support that.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to do is provide a good project management service, something that a lot of small
Mm,
teams end up going without, and they try and do it on their own and flex, and it's
yeah.
hard because it is a
Mm,
legitimate skill set. It is something that needs to be included on virtually any project, in my opinion. But again, a lot of
yeah.
teams go without it because they can't afford hiring a project manager,
That's
or
true.
or they don't have the skill set. So
Mm,
this would be an offering that would basically enable almost anyone to have it. I would want to
mm,
structure the company as a nonprofit. Ideally, if it had legs, it would exist on its own. If it was
yeah.
competitive enough, it would exist on its own indefinitely. But if not, then the other exit would be strategy, or the exit strategy would be buyout. Right? If the tool
Yeah.
is competitive enough, I could see a company like Microsoft or something else buying it and plugging it in. Um, because the way I'm designing it is to be very open source and API. It's very API driven,
Yeah.
to pull everything off. So it would be a simple option for a big company just to scoop it up. But again,
Yeah.
ideally, I would keep it as a nonprofit that I could retire and spend my time donating money. That would be
Okay,
my
that's
dream.
amazing. It's real
Yeah.
noble of you trying to come up with something for, the smaller businesses because they do struggle. You're right. I mean, I'm part of a small startup and sometimes you really just need that, bird's eye view. So it would be really, beneficial for smaller businesses to have that option if they can't afford, somebody with, your sort of experience and skill set.
Exactly. It's a win-win. I think the MVP version is basically that what exactly what I said, a small
Yeah.
teams project manager.
Yeah.
I think there's some room to grow into supporting enterprise level projects where PMs
Yeah,
rely on a tool like this to act as a project coordinator to do all the admin
definitely.
stuff that I do
Yeah.
when I'm managing, projects 10, 12,000 hour
Yeah.
projects. There's a lot of admin stuff, and again, you don't always have help because it
Mm.
costs money in your overhead. A PM is an expense,
Mm-hmm.
so you end up doing it all on your own. But it's a no-brainer if you could get a competitive price point for a tool like this, it would be a
Yeah.
no-brainer for enterprises to augment their PM shops and with this type
Amazing.
of tool, right? That's what
Yeah.
my thought is.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. So what is your current what are your challenges currently with, beginning and, launching
Yeah.
this product, the service?
Yeah, the
Oh.
big challenges now, I don't, and this is also where hustling would come in, but challenges. One, the challenges inherent with AI LLMs right now. Um,
Hmm.
they're not completely understood, right? Even OpenAI has issues controlling its own,
Yeah.
and I'm having like everyone knows that are following the technology. It's hard to control them, if you will. It's hard to get them to
Mm.
follow my specific instructions on how I
Yeah.
want it to execute. Um, um, Kind of following a methodology, if you will.
Yeah.
So that challenge of controlling the AI, I guess, and the problems inherent to any AI work right now, in terms of
Yeah.
LLMs anyway, the
Yeah.
hallucinations and the again getting them to follow instructions. And there are some data input limitations, but those aren't problems for me. The other
Yeah.
one the other one is I don't have a developer background. I'm an expert project program manager. I've been doing it for
Mm.
20 years. On this year, it will be 20 years. But I've managed a lot of app dev teams, infrastructure teams, etc.
Yeah.
We've deployed AI technology, but I don't have a coding background. So
Mm.
API work, it's hard for me to. I really fuddle through it. So I really
Yeah.
I need. Those are challenges for me.
Yeah.
Python, and then also architectural design of this to make sure it's
Mhm.
scalable and
Yeah.
and will have good performance and it's secure. I guess
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
probably the most important thing. So that, and then yeah, just the API work themselves. There are a couple key integrate three key integrations that need to happen,
Okay.
that are API driven, that to make
Okay.
this work right. So
Okay.
I need help there. That's a challenge
Yeah.
as well.
All right, cool. So, yeah, I guess you kind of led into it. But would you be open to collaborating with, some of the community to sort of see your dream come to fruition?
I would love to. I have twins, and I have an older. I have three daughters. I'm busy. I'm a part-time
Wow.
dad. I've been doing that for many years too, and it's hard to find time to even network and to try and partner with other people. And I
Yeah.
certainly don't have the money to hire anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be. I mean, this platform and these team members that are signed up for it are would be key.
Yeah.
I kind of just some rough table back of the napkin type math. $10,000, blended rate of $50 an hour. Given I don't need senior resources, I just need a couple mid. I would
Yeah.
say, that's about 200 hours for 10 grand. And I would divvy that up between some architectural
Yeah.
help, some
Yeah.
API developer work, some Python
Yeah.
work, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the security review, right? So the handful, those would be the resources or where the money would go or where the
Yeah.
hours would go if I could choose.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for your joining us today and sharing your software with us. And yeah, you'll definitely be connecting with our community soon.
Thanks, Izzy. I appreciate your time, and I wish you well.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. It's
Bye.
great chatting. Bye bye.